Hey guys, long time no see. I know, she's alive. For those of you who are new subscribers, I noticed that I did get quite a bit of new subscribers. That was weird. Since I last posted, so thank you guys. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yay! So it's been a while. It's been, I think, over a month now, perhaps, since my last video, and I wanted to let you guys know where I've been at in case you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter or haven't. I filmed another video for my other channel, and that one might go up before this one. So anyway, really quickly, I had finals week, then I had spring break for a week, then for the past 2 weeks prior to this week, I was working on a musical. We did Gypsy. I was the lead hair and makeup designer as well as the artist doing the hair and makeup behind the scenes. So that was really crazy the past 2 weeks. I was on campus until like midnight every night, sometimes a little bit earlier, but usually later. And literally every day the past week, last week, I was buying stuff for the show, like constantly running around stores all over the city, just picking stuff up. So it was really crazy, it was hectic, but I loved it, it was really exciting. I did work on it last year. They did Sweeney Todd the year before, but I was the assistant, so I didn't have quite as big of an obligation. I really didn't have a whole lot to do that year, but this year, since I was in charge, it was a pretty big deal, so I just had a lot going on. And then on top of that, we started a new quarter, which I was just like, oh right, school, that's a thing, so we're supposed to be learning or something. There's that. I've been trying to actually like be a student this week, which is weird. My birthday is also on Monday, and I'm leaving for Vegas tonight, which is really confusing in my mind because I have a quiz today, and I also have to drive home tonight, and I'm a mess. It's okay. Okay. I did cut my hair, in case you were wondering. It is about 6 inches shorter. I did ombre it before I cut it, but it was really more of like a light brown situation. So if it looks a little bit lighter in the front, it probably doesn't. But in case it does, and you're wondering what happened, I feel like this isn't a pressing issue, but in case you're wondering. Okay. Alright, so to get into the topic of this video, this is about confidence and self-esteem. Now, before I get started though, this video is not about me telling you how to be confident or telling you how to have high self-esteem. I feel like it's a very personal thing. You can, sure, I have a few tips, I guess, but I really wanted to address the issue of it more than tell you how to take care of it, I guess. I hope that makes sense. So I did want to start off talking about the assumption that people make, myself included, that other people are confident in themselves, that other people have high self-esteem. Those of you who watch YouTube videos, which I assume you do because you're watching this one, they kind of look at YouTubers, especially the really popular ones, as being, they must be confident. They have so many people following them and just obsessed with them. Like, they must feel so great about themselves. Not only YouTubers, but celebrities and anyone who you look at from a viewer's perspective. Even if, like, a freshman looking at an upperclassman kind of thing, like, wow, like, they're a god, they must be, like, super happy with themselves. But that's definitely not necessarily the case, if ever. It's honestly, it's something that we sort of imagine, but it's not reality. I just wanted to address that. For those of you who ask me, you know, how do you stay so confident? You're assuming that I am, and I'm not saying I'm not, but it's just, that's not always true. A big question I think that everybody needs to ask themselves, not only us, but everyone who is put in that position, how much does what other people think about you, what other people say about you, affect how you feel and think about yourself? And I think that's something that I think a lot of us are told to think about, but how many of us really actually, you know, address that question? I think it's natural to take in what other people think about you and what other people say about you and take it to heart and to be influenced by it. I think it would be a lie to say that what other people say about you doesn't affect you at all. Katie, you always say that you don't care what people think. And it's mostly true. I honestly, a lot of what people say doesn't affect me directly, but there are indirect influences, even when I'm not aware of them, of you wanting to please people, of you acknowledging and like feeding off of what other people say. Take Instagram for instance, you know, just one little like, all the little hearts that pop up on your feed, you know, that's not really maybe caring what people think, but you are still gaining confidence, I guess, from that simple act. And I feel like that I do. I mean, the more likes that my pictures get, the cooler I feel, maybe, I guess you could say. So, I mean, maybe I don't care what people say and care what people think, but there are small things like that still affect how I feel about myself. Now, the reason I didn't want this to be like a how to feel confident or whatever type of video is because I've said this about other things, not only confidence, but there's no magic formula for how to be confident. There's nothing that anyone can tell you to do to make you feel a certain way about yourself or to have really high self-esteem. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Maybe there's some guru out there who knows better than I do, but I honestly feel like it's an incredibly personal thing, how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself. Nobody can really tell you how to improve that, genuinely anyway. I don't know why I'm like adjusting so much right now. Okay. I think something to address as well is that it's possible to be confident in yourself in certain aspects, but not in others. I mean, I am pretty confident in my ability to do my makeup. I'm pretty confident in my ability to produce YouTube videos, but you ask me what I'm going to do with my life and what my psych major is good for. Well, confidence. So there are certain things that you can be really confident about in yourself, and then there are some that perhaps you're not. Also, kind of along those lines, you can be confident on most days, but everybody has bad days, but some people have bad weeks, bad months, perhaps even bad years. Everybody just goes through sorts of time periods where it's just like, this is not good. This is bad. I honestly think that even if you aren't confident about a particular thing about yourself, like you have really bad hair. Your hair is just the worst. You want to shave it all off and die. Well, if you don't like your hair, there has to be something else about yourself that you like. Whether you have really pretty eyes, or you are a really good listener, people flock to you for advice, you are the star quarterback, even not the star quarterback, perhaps you are on the bench, but you are still friggin' awesome. Like, there has to be something that you feel good about yourself about. I honestly think that there's nobody out there that doesn't have something to feel good about. That's how I feel about that. Okay. I also think that confidence and self-esteem is truly a natural part of growing up. I mean, I'm only 21, very soon 22. I don't think I ever like tried to be confident or tried to have high self-esteem. It wasn't like an active pursuit or anything like that. It's truly something that I feel like you kind of grow into. And it's not to say that once you get older you will be confident, because everybody, as I said, goes through periods of not feeling so great about themselves. But that being said, I do feel like the whole finding yourself thing is truly something that you really do. Whether it's when you're 18, whether it's when you're 15, whether it's when you're 40, I think it's something that happens very naturally. I feel that confidence is something that comes from finding out new stuff about yourself. I think that just honestly helps you figure out who you are, how you feel about yourself, and all of that just core who you are type of stuff on a platter. I know I said that I don't really have tips for you guys, because I really don't, but I sort of do. Just a few things to think about, shall we say. So this is something that everybody says in these types of like confidence videos or whatever, but I think it's incredibly important to not only acknowledge but be proud of what you like about yourself. And I'm not saying go out there and shout from the rooftops that you have nice hair. I mean, you could do that if you want, but you know, let's keep it humble, guys. Whatever it is that you like about yourself, I think it is really important to acknowledge it. You don't have to tell other people, like, I really like that I'm funny, because that is no. But just know it, feel it, and be proud of it. I think that's important. Now, this is something that I struggle with still a lot, and it's to learn to laugh at yourself. I have an extreme difficulty with this. I get embarrassed really easily, especially out in public. Like on here I laugh at myself all the time, but I'm by myself in my room talking to a camera. Like, how could you not laugh at yourself? When I'm out in public, if embarrassing things happen, I will not be the first one to laugh. Like, I will be embarrassed and want to cry. Like, that's where my mind goes. But honestly, you have to try anyway to just learn to see the humor in things. I use a lot of self-deprecating humor, which is probably not the best thing to do. You're like passively insulting yourself a little bit. Like even though it's sort of a joke, like you're like making fun of yourself in a more negative way than just laughing at it. You know what I mean? I hope that makes some sort of sense. And the last thing I think is not going to make sense when I first say it, but hear me out a little bit. So I think it's important to be genuinely happy for other people, to compliment other people, to, you know, just make other people feel good about themselves in a very genuine way. And the genuine part is the core of this thing here. And I'm probably like, what does that have to do with my own confidence and my own self-esteem? Well, the thing is, here's how I think about it, okay? I think that if you are genuinely happy for other people, if you are like, wow, like they look really good today, I am really happy you got your dream job, you are a super cool dude, awesome for you, I feel like there's less room for you to be jealous of them. And when you're not jealous of them, then you're not thinking about how you stand next to them, how, you know, they look better than you, they got their dream job and you didn't, and stuff like that. If you're genuinely happy for them, I feel like it leaves less room for that. As I said, I feel like that just means that your self-confidence, the way that you feel about them, is less likely to be influenced by other people's achievements in a negative way. Is that, no. I think this worked in my mind. I thought I had this down. Okay, I hope that made sense, because I feel like as long as you're feeling like truly happy, when you're more positive and more excited and more confident in other people, you're more likely to feel that way about yourself. I think that's a thing. Perhaps it's not. That's how I think. You're like, hey, you're really not that positive of a person, so I don't know how that reflects on me or anything like that. That's true, I'm a pretty negative person, so that is a valid question. How am I? Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and again, I'm sorry for the delay in videos. I will try to be more consistent, and again, a big welcome to my new subscribers, and a big thank you to my other ones for sticking around. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!